2 minutes of my life. Ow! 2 minutes of my life. Yes. My Jesus loves me like nobody does. Amen. Okay, listen. We're getting real down to the holy feel with this video. I can't listen. I can't keep y'all too long, but I definitely will. I'm here to educate you on some things or two to let you know what it really do. So, of course, if you have not heard, oh, come on up in here. They said, oh, well, let me give a shout out to my people first. First of all, shout out to God, love and light, my people, my family, my kindred spirits, my mystics, those who've traveled the cosmos with me many, many, many times. And now we are reunited and it feels so good. Reunited and I knew we could. I'm feeling the do. Every time I think about that saga, I think about this. I think about this one guy. Listen, I'm gonna share some information with y'all, give you my little insight, and I'm really gonna go. It's gonna be really, really hot tomorrow, y'all, and I want to get up early before it gets really, really hot and do what I gotta do. So yeah, some of you guys seen this recently, but they found a giant sinkhole in China with a forest in the inside, and the trees inside this forest was prehistoric, right? They're saying prehistory. That means basically they can't trace back how long these trees been here. Now, I just want to cut to the chase because a lot of people be thinking that I be talking just to talk and I just got nothing else better to do. I'm so bored with my life. And that's like you're telling y'all, like, I think people who do drugs are bored. People who drink are bored. I think people who smoke are bored too. I think that when you're bored, when you're stressed out, when you're just like, I got nothing else to do, let me go drink me a whole damn bottle of tequila. I'm bored. I don't got nothing else to do. Let me go smoke me a joint, bitch, because I cannot get there. I don't do that shit. And I've been telling people this because, of course, the haters keep saying that a bitch is on drugs and a bitch needs to go take her medicines. I'm about ready to pay out of my own motherfucking pocket for some motherfucking drug test. I think it's called a 6-panel drug test where they check for ambioids, opiums, all this other bullshit to prove to y'all that this bitch over here is good. Hello? That this bitch over here, instead of investing in a crack pipe, she invested in psychotherapy. Instead of investing in a bottle of Chardonnay, 3 sisters, 7 wives, a bitch went to a motherfucking therapist. Hello? Can't nobody see, like I said, y'all don't be ready for this type of teaching. That's why a lot of you hoes be sitting back in the outer rim looking and waiting to get rim, bitch, and it ain't happening over here. And I said what the fuck I said. So going back into that, I said it not too long ago that I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in no shit coming from an outer space and coming in through this and that because, bitch, that contradicts religion. That contradicts, and I'm saying it right, counterdict and contradict. That's counterdicting and contradicting, okay, bitch, that the Bible's real. Because we can take you back to Genesis, baby girl and baby boys, because that's what we're here to do. Because, like I said, call me the goddess of castigation and correcting and educating. Because, bitch, like I said, we got time for that. Girl, while you over here lighting up your joints and popping your pills and can't sleep at night, taking your melatonin, I don't know what y'all do to fall asleep. But while you doing all that, bitch, I'm over here connecting with the ethers, having my ancestors come on in here, my spirits come on in here and help me and assist me to see the things I need to see. While hoes out here talking about they getting downloads on shit that doesn't even matter. I got all these spirits up in my house, y'all. Look at the cameras, look at the candles flickering and shit. But yet they still ain't got nothing going on for themselves, bitch. Hello? They still got gum disease. They still got lymphoma, thyroid issue. I'm just like, can you ask these spirits to come through and do a surgical healing on you, which was an actual real thing? Because, see, that's what I would do. I'm sitting here connected with my ancestors, connected with the spirits of this and your doodle-doodle. And, you know, there's an angel over here and King Von and Doja Rama and Bernie Mac came over here like, bitch, I'm going to say, Bernie, you wasn't a doctor in the physical world, Uncle Bernie, but you could definitely be a doctor in the spiritual world. I need you to work on me, Bernie. I need you to come on in this body and heal this body, Bernie. See, that's what I said, bitches, y'all be playing games, girl. This why I don't fuck with none of y'all. This why I don't fuck with you spiritual wannabe hoes. I don't fuck with y'all. Because y'all be so fake, so fraudulent, bitch. I'm going to call your ass out, and I wish you say something. I wish you, bitch, I wish you say something after I said, bitch, you're fraudulent, you're a fake ass wannabe spiritualist. And like I said, I've been seeing a lot, girl. Anyway, I was about to start talking shit about somebody, but we ain't gonna go into that because I'm not that girl. I don't really read people down. So I read people down, but I don't, it's not really my business to go into people's jaw lines and all that good shit, girl. I might fuck up. I might fuck up, wake up, and my jawline is stuck open and shit, girl. I believe in that, girl. Hello? So let's go to Genesis 1. Oh, come on in here. We're going to go to Genesis 1, 1 through motherfucking 9. Why not? We got a little bit of time. It says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Oh, come on in here. It is said, in the beginning, God created the heaven, the earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, Uranus, Plutonian, all this sort of bullshit. It didn't say nothing about that because God is saying that these planetary energies are outside of your physical understanding. The Bible is for you to see things from a physical perspective so you can understand how the spiritual world works. It's not for you to sit back and try to code what exactly the spiritual world is doing. That's why we said the Bible contradicts itself. And there's those of you who are awakened will understand the parables. You will understand the stories that Gideon and all these other people decided to tell you. So it says, and the earth was without form. Girl, that means and void. That means it was just there, girl. It was rocks, it was mountains, it was hilly. That's why every motherfucking TV show they got out there, girl, they got to have mountains and they got to have rocks like the desert. Come on in here. And it said, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Deep means water, baby. Deep means water, baby. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Ooh, come on in here. It said the waters, not the water. It said waters. Oh, come on in here. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. And God saw the light that it was good. And God divided the light from darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So it says, before any other things was put into motion, that God determined evening from morning. And that's you not understand. Another thing too, if you notice that evening have eve in it and morning have morn. Okay, let's not. We're not gonna get into that right now because I'll have to be here for 2 or 3 hours. And I told one of my friends that we're gonna be here that long. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. Now, you know what a fucking firmament is? Hello? You know what a firmament is out there to you alien believers and all that. And it's okay if it's okay if you're not, if you don't really know what a firmament is, and it's okay if you want to believe in the beliefs and, you want to believe man over God. And see, that's why a lot of y'all get fucked up now. A lot of y'all, you done had fucked up marriages, you done had fucked up credit scores and shit where you have to go file bankruptcy. And like I said, I'm not judging, but I'm just pointing shit out because you're not letting spirit guide you. You're letting man and woman guide you. And these motherfuckers are leading you straight to the sinkhole that they're revealing all around the motherfucking world. So a firmament is a sphere or world view as a collection. Okay, that's not true. It says that right here. Firmament, the heavens are the sky, especially when regarded as a tangible thing. Now, see how they playing with us on Oxford languages, and see that's the shit I be talking about. This be the shit right here that I be motherfucking talking about, bitch. You used to type in firmament, granted, and tell you exactly what the fucking firmament was, and I be god motherfucking damn, and God better damn Oxford languages because, and I said it right, God better motherfucking damn Oxford languages and those who created this bullshit because they know goddamn motherfucking well what the fuck a fucking firmament is, bitch, and I'm sick of it. It says that the vault, oh, come on in here, or the arch of the sky, the heaven star twinkled in the firmament. It says number 2 is obsolete basis, the field or sphere of an interest or activity that's the international fashion firmament. Okay, girl. Yeah, see, they're trying too much, girl. It was saying something about the firmament was a here we go. Oh, here we go. See, we have to go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia says in the biblical cosmology, the firmament is the vast solid dome. Oh, come on in here. It said a vast solid dome created by God on the second day of his creation of the world to divide the primal sea into the upper and lower portion so that the dry land could appear. Oh, bitch, you better wake the fuck up. And like I said, this is a Bible, girl. This is not scientists. This is what the Bible is saying, honey. Hello. This is what the creator or what the creator said has been interpreted. Now, of course, I have my beliefs on that shit, and like I said, I won't get too much into that. So it actually says that there is waters above the firmament, and there's waters below the firmament. And the fountain of the deep is, of course, the oceans. And then, of course, you have the home or the great deep, which means, girl, it's a bottomless area of water, bitch. Hello? And you could definitely look that up when you have time for that. Okay, you could definitely look this up when you have time for this. And we're going somewhere with this, y'all, because today is today, and you don't know how excited I am to come to and do this video, honey. And I hope I haven't lost your attention at this motherfucking point. So it says that let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. We're talking about the upper water from the lower water. Oh, come on in here. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And see, we talked about how I believe that there are serpents and water spirits, and so they're talking about these flying worms and shit. I don't know if y'all heard about this. These flying worms and shit, and jumping 100 feet into the fucking air and shit. And I'm like, girl, because these spirits have somehow, some way sunk in through the firmament from the deep. They, girl, see, it was a mission. Like, so I won't get too deep into that, girl. But these kingdoms of the waters are definitely coming back. They're coming back. Okay? And some of you hoes ain't ready for that. And I, girl, you don't even know the excitement I have right now. Like that, I can't even put it into words. I can't even put it into physical interpretation of what exactly is taking place, and why I say it's the perfect time to be a motherfucking live, girls. Perfect time to be a witch, if that's what you want to call yourself, bitch. Because a lot of you guys ain't a motherfucking witch, but we're gonna keep that there, girl. Hello. Okay, and that's why everything is so fixed on currency and currents, and everything is modeled off of water. Because bitch, that's where they think that you motherfucking came from, where you surely gonna go. Now, of course, anyway, I'm jumping the guns. And it says that and God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament for the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning was the second day. Oh, God, I just got a creepy vision of something right now, because I'm going to go into this, y'all. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together under one place, so let the dry land appear. And it was so. So this is where we get the oceans and stuff at, y'all, and going into the earth shifting, all that good shit. Why I keep saying that this is all a natural tea. Allegedly going into polar shifts and all that good shit, girl. There's nothing that you're doing to cause that, girl. God is always in control. Don't let these motherfucking demonic ass people tell you otherwise, okay? So going into this, okay, there was come on in here, because I think that the sinkholes and stuff deals with subterranean spirits, and of course you can do your research on that shit too. But the movie that came out that I want to go into references of this, because of course we're talking about aliens coming from the earth, not coming from outer space. And if they are coming from outer space, they're traveling from the outer waters into underneath the firmament, because according to the Bible, God separated those spirits so they cannot interfere with us. And these people, these demonic ass people, what they've been doing is they've been resurrecting, they've been pulling through energies, and now they're motherfucking making their way through the motherfucking firmament, through the bottom, through the deep, which is underneath us. Hello. And that's why these motherfucking sinkholes shit are motherfucking appearing. But like I said, don't take my motherfucking word for it. So going into this right here, and as I'm going, I should start deleting down shit so I don't lose track of what I'm going with this. So they found a giant sinkhole in China. And I remember Godzilla versus King Kong came out. And I don't know if y'all know this, the hollow earth theory came up. Okay. And if you want to know what the hollow earth theory is, it says the hollow earth theory is this is according to the Wikizilia. The hollow earth is an underground location in the Monsterverse, first theorized to exist in Kong, Skull Island, and then it subsequently appeared in both Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong. It is made up of cave-like tunnels and passages that lead to a large inner world. Now, a lot of these hoes out here keep talking about the sun is blowing up and there's two suns in the sky. And I keep telling y'all, they want you to look into the sky instead of pay attention to what's underneath your motherfucking feet. Just like they want you to look at Kim Kardashians, and they want you to look up all these Kanye Manusians, and oh my God, they're divorced. And bitch, you don't give a fuck about that shit, girl. And they probably been doing the shit, girl. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that shit because that shit just pissed me off. And the people that talk about shit that piss me off. Like these motherfuckers be sitting up here collecting welfare and shit instead of getting out here getting a motherfucking job. And they free fucking time they sitting there talking about Kim Kardashian. Did you see the Kim Kardashian story? Did you see that the Kardashian with the Kardashian the particular? Did you see how? And I'm just like, bitch, go get a job. You got all this motherfucking energy and all this fucking free time to sit back and watch about what Tim Titty Booty Doody doing and oh girl, did you see the. You got all this fucking free time, bitch. Do something with your life. Do something with yourself, sis. Like then you wonder why your ass is below the poverty level. It's not because the white man got his foot on your neck, it's that your ass is just fucking lazy. I said what the fuck I said, bitch. I'm not taking it back. So it actually said that the climate in the hollow earth is tropical. Now, once again, this is Godzilla. Then isn't Godzilla like from China and Japan and all this good shit? And I keep telling y'all in movies they be having real shit and fake shit. And when I saw Godzilla versus Kong, I knew for sure, girl, they're coming into revealing that bitch that the earth has always been livable. And going into the ancients and the giant shit, they said these trees are 160 feet tall. And I keep, oh my god, girl, oh god, this just get me so excited, honey. But either way, going into the UFOs, y'all, back in many years they talked about this, but literally all last year, which a lot of you were not focused on because they were talking about CR-19 because they were trying to distract you. Now they said that monkeys escaped out of a truck and that monkeypox is going around and travel should not be traveling. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? Because I thought that SARS-2 or CR-19 was connected to now, and I just want to kind of take y'all back a little bit because spirit is talking, bitch, and I'm always motherfucking listening. So I want to take her back to about maybe 5 or 6 years ago when they said that HIV's cousin, which is HIV-2, was coming back. Do y'all remember that? Or do y'all not remember that? And then I also want to take her back in how allegedly this stuff started by Dr. Robert Gallo, and it started with monkeys. I think it's kind of ironic that during the CR-19 thing, things started disappearing, right? We don't really hear about CR-19 like that. And how mysteriously these monkeys are escaped out this truck that was coming from a laboratory. They never told us about monkeys going to a fucking laboratory anyway. And then what the fuck was these monkeys doing in the laboratory? So were you guys, is this how y'all came out with the CR-19 vaccination so quickly? You were taking the monkeys and mixing this shit up and all that? I mean, like I said, I'm just asking. I really want to know. So now, going into that shit, like I said, they're just revealing shit, right? Going into this talking shit, y'all. Like I said, stay here. I hope that y'all are still here. So they just been distracting y'all this whole time, and even coming into and thank you. Oh God, I just want to say a prayer right now. Let me just say a prayer right now. Dear Heavenly Father, dear ancestors, dear the spirits that are in the lower realm and the higher realm, I thank you so much for all the things you've done. We thank you for keeping certain energies, certain entities away. These hosts have found other places to be, and they realize that this is not their home, and that is okay. Anyway, so like I said, people have been getting distracted with the CR-19 shit, and I'm a great witch, and my mama this, my mama that, and oh, this is so horrible, and Erica Badu effect, and also the little tongue tie and all this other bullshit. But nobody was going into how in 2021 they had three major situations. Oh, come on in here. Three major situations where UFOs were plunging into the water near Hawaii, near the coastal line of the East Coast. Y'all can look this shit up, and they're investigating, right? There's something that happened last year in May that allegedly they're still investigating where the thing disappeared in the water. And I told you years ago, they talked about near Japan when the earthquake happened in Japan. The first one, I think, was 2011. I want to say 2013, they talked about how there was literally UFOs flying up out of the water, literally, or they'll go into the water and they had no track of them once they got into the water. So either way, how ironic is it that all last year, all these UFOs were going into the water and shit, once again, not coming out of the sky, but coming and exiting out of the water. Now, like I said, y'all call me stupid all day long. And like I said, I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take that, especially from a motherfucker that be taking anti-psych meds and be drinking and smoking all day. I will take that I'm crazy from you. Because it's kind of like a fat person calling somebody else fat. And a lot of that happens a lot. Girl, they'll call you a fat ass bitch and you looking over at them like, baby girl, you look like you eat way more cake than me. Girl, they'll be like, you ugly bitch. And it's like, yeah, okay, girl. You got all that makeup on and you still looking like Miss Piggy and Buffalo Bill and motherfucking Dragon. That's okay. It's okay, girl. Everybody ain't meant to, cake on that face and look delicious. Hello. Anyway, so once again, there's just a lot of situations of these things coming out of the water and going into the water, and they don't even know where this shit is coming from. They don't even know how this shit is possible. And of course, we've seen UFOs flying in the air, but once again, I feel like that is their way of saying, pay attention to the sky and don't worry about what's going on here on the earth. You know what I mean? Pay attention to your neighbor's house and don't worry about what's going on in your own house. And then y'all be wondering why your baby father be having children by your sisters and shit. Because girl, you too worried about your other neighbors. You too worried about your other neighbors. But going into this, and something that came up, and these are just key terms that came up for me: outer darkness, the underworld, and hell. Because we know that subterranean energy still deals with the underworld energy, and we know that underworld is connected to hell, but the outer darkness is not. And of course, just to remind you that when we're talking about heaven or hell, we're talking about state of minds. We're talking about the lower self and the higher self. We're talking about the inner, the lower, whatever. We're talking about you, right? Astrologically, you, a projection of you, right? Because of course, what we see right now is just an avatar of us. It's just a figment of our imagination. It's a figment of our existence. Whether we live this or not, bitch, it's still a figment, girl. But this is not you, only you. And if something happened to you here, girl, in the other place, the other place where you're at, bitch, it's not happening. But anyway, so something that I kind of find very interesting, once again, going into the light being knowledge, going into the light being righteousness, going into the light mean being rebirth, being renewed, right? And going into darkness is being ignorant, it's being cut off from something, it's being cast out from something, is being disconnected from something. And even going into how there's certain scriptures out there that talks about the outer darkness, like Matthew 18 says, while the sons of the kingdom will be thrown into the outer darkness, in that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And even going into Matthew's 22:13 says, and the king said to the attendants, bind him hand and foot and cast him into the outer darkness, in that place where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So once again, going into depression, going into all these things, that they are also letting you know that it's okay. I told y'all before when CR19 first happened, what did not make sense to me is that all these other stores were being shut down but liquor stores. And everybody was like, well, it's because liquor stores sell essentials. But they did also say, too, a lot of people were not actually being hospitalized for CR19. They were actually being hospitalized for liver issues. And these people out here drinking themselves to motherfucking death. So going into being cut off, we know that drugs and alcohol disconnects you from your higher self. It can disconnect from your higher purpose. You cannot be sitting here saying that you're getting high, that you're getting drunk, and that the spirit of God or your ancestor coming through, they're telling you that you're on the right path. You are slowly falling off of the path. You are slowly relying on things to keep you focused that are really distracting you. And that's what the bottom line is with all that. So even going into the lake of fire, as I mentioned before, and of course, some people say that the lake of fire and hell and outer darkness are all through the same thing. I really don't think so. I really do not think that these are all through the same things. I think that hell, of course, is a state of mind, and hell is a process. It's an ongoing process, and that's why there's an old saying that says, "Create your heaven and not your hell." Okay, and then I think the lake of fire, okay, is a purification process. And I think the outer darkness, just like, bitch, yeah, we just gonna erase you from the whole existence of everything. We're just gonna erase you from the whole existence of everything. And then going into the outer darkness of, like I said, how all this connects, and even going into the underworld shit, because like I said, this shit came up for me again. Back in the day, when I was a kid, before I even got into this whole Bible stuff, and I was even able to even understand this Bible stuff, like I used to have these dreams of me being, and this is just my own interpretation, y'all. Let's say my 8-year old interpretation, that I was being thrown out into the universe and I was floating further, 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 further away from everything. And it was just darkness, y'all. And then I just had this feeling of being there forever. And literally, it would creep me the fuck out, because I literally would just be sitting there thinking, like, oh my God. Because when I was younger, a lot of people died. Like great aunties, my cousins, a lot of people died. I would say between the ages of for sure 3 and 14, I at least knew about 30 people that had passed away. And so I was just thinking, like, damn, when you die, you know what I mean? Like when you die, and let's say there's no such thing as life after death, you're like stuck somewhere forever. And I could just see like this void, right? This darkness, it being cold, and you're just there forever, y'all. And that just would freak me out. Like I remember even talking with Sister Santos, which was the I guess you could say the leader of Bible study. And I was just explaining to her, like, I was afraid of that. And she was like, oh, that you won't have to worry about that. And then going forward, me getting into the occult and stuff and learning how we came from hell, like we're existing right now, basically redemption, right? We're in redemption right now. We're in a process of learning to forgive ourselves so we can elevate, we can extend into our higher state of being, right? The greatest us. And of course we get so stuck in the whole feminine or masculine, or you're gay, you're straight, you're black. And once again, that's just us constantly remind ourselves why we're even existing in this third plane. So once again, I feel like we knowing the history that I was taught by my people, and I do feel like my teachers are very great occultists, very successful people. And so anyway, and of course, Miss Taco, who's no longer here, but still, they are very, very knowledgeable people. They're well connected. They know a lot of stuff. They know a lot of stuff, and it was like whoa. Like to see them go, even going into like Sister Elizabeth and stuff, how Mama would be able to tap into energies, and anyway, it was kind of creepy. And so, like I said, we've been to hell before. We've been to the outer darkness before, right? Though they said it has not happened yet, time is an illusion. There's no past, present, and future. It's all happening at one time. We're just seeing the present right now in slow motion because we're our brain is basically breaking that shit down. Anyway, like I said, that's a little too deep. But honey, we've been to hell before. We've been to this dark place before, this void before. And even like I said, going when I was a kid, me having that idea, like, damn, dying and being stuck there, like, oh my God. And then, of course, having a second chance to rebirth again, be reborn again, to be reincarnated again, to basically correct our mistakes. And of course, it's deeper than the physical. People think that sin is about physical stuff. People think of sin is the fact that you called your mom a bitch, that you stand and you going to hell. People think that the fact that your physical body wanted to have sex with a same sex person, that's in fact sending you to hell. When in fact, like I said, energy is energy, and your actions is what will be judged. The matters of your heart will be judged. If your intentions of your heart was always pure, and whether whatever you did physically, if your intentions was always pure and it was always to help people, that's what's going to determine your elevation. It's not going to determine the physical shit. And so once again, of course, your actions, we're going to say this again, your actions is going to determine. We're speaking of spiritual actions. How are you elevating today? How are you connecting with your higher self? What are you doing to set yourself up for when this life is over? Some of you are comfortable in this current life. Some of you are comfortable with the certain condition that you're in, thinking that this is the end all be all. You think that your woman is gives you security. You think that your masculinity gives you security. You think that your whiteness or your blackness gives you security when it doesn't. Because when you die, bitch, and your body is 6 feet under, who's gonna really sit back and be like, girl, 100 years from now? Oh yeah, I remember that black lady that was on YouTube and she used to always talk about trans people. Like, girl, that shit ain't gonna motherfucking matter. So what are you doing for yourself on skin to set you up for after this is all said and done? What are you doing? What are you doing to set yourself up? So I just think that, like I said, I just want to stop by here once again and talk about this sinkhole that's deep. Okay, we can even go into reading a little about it on livescience.com. It says that the giant karst sinkhole, also called Tiankin, has plants growing at the bottom in Luoquanyan village of Kunjian County. Okay, central China's Hebei province. This is not the sinkhole discovered in Wangji Zhuang. Okay, so of course there's multiple sinkholes all over. Y'all, if you do not know, this one in particular is 630 feet deep, allegedly. We know it's deeper than that. If they have forests, if there's a forest there, girl, it said that they even have, and listen what it says right here. The sinkhole is 630 feet deep, according to Shenhua. news agency, deep enough to just swallow St. Louis Gateway Arc. A team of speleologists and spelunkers were hauled in the sinkhole on Friday, May the 6th, discovering that there are three cave entrances in the chasm, as well as an ancient tree. Now, of course, it said three cave entrances. Did it not say that? Going back into the Hollow Earth Godzilla, it says that it is made up of cave like tunnels and passages that lead to a large inner world. So I'm just saying all this to say, y'all can sit here and play with this spiritual work all day long. Baby, y'all can sit here and burn all these Santa Muerte candles and think you're doing some work on a bitch like me all day motherfucking long. But trust it when I tell you, baby, the resurrection of these primordial spirits are real. And they have already been hitting the surface of the earth. Oh, bitch, things are just getting started. Things are just getting started. And like I said, they've always knew about this stuff. They're just letting you know about this now. And it also makes you sit back and think about too, what else are they not telling us? What else are they keeping from us? What other secrets have they found out? Like going into, Doppler Gagler. Oh my God. Dupler Goggler. What, bitch, let me see how to say that word. Because, bitch, Doppler Gangler. Doppler Gangler. Hold on, let me see. I know it's like a German word or something. Doppler Goggler. Doppler Gangler. Doppler, Doppelganger. Okay. I'm thinking of meteorologists. I'm sorry. So doppelganger is biological unrelated lookalike. Now, y'all, I just want to say this right here, right now. You will gag if you found out that you had a lookalike like you that lived in the center of the earth, and they had you thinking that there was a whole motherfucking parallel universe, but in actuality, the lookalike to you is right there underneath. Because believe it or not, it says that the underworld, like I said, we're gonna relate, the inner world to the underworld. Allegedly, this is where dreams come from, demons come up, and all this good stuff. Allegedly, this is a mirror to the world that we live in now. And like I said, we're talking about them as physical stuff. So you will gag, girl. They got a little mini you right now locked up in some type of underground cavern, girl. And girl, I'm just giving out theories here, girl, and you're just like, what's going on with me? Things are shifting, yeah, Going into even doppelganger. It says right here, a doppelganger is German. I did say that correctly. It sounds very doppelgangerish. Okay, doppelganger.
Doppelganger.
But doppelganger. Okay, it's doppelganger.
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 Doppel.
Doppelganger.
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 Okay, let me stop doing that. Anyway, so doppelganger, and it says a double walker. It literally means a double walker. It is a biological, unrelated, and that kind of just freaks me out too, y'all. Because remember they had. Let me talk about. Let me. Oh, bitch, wait, hold up. Because this all this shit leaks up, y'all. And you may not see this right now, y'all, but trust me when I'm telling you this. When you go into your meditation, you do your spiritual stuff. I'll ask your spirits to show you this, that all this related. The inner world, the doppelgangers, the monkeypox, all this good shit. They actually said there was a pregnancy of a woman giving birth to a baby that was not hers. And what happened was something along the lines where there was a twin in the uterus with this person, but the twin did not survive. So allegedly, the zygotes developed into this one fetus, which is this woman, and it kept the cells of the other twin, who once again became her. So what happened is she incubated that egg inside of her, and when she got pregnant by her husband, the sperm actually impregnated the egg from her twin sister that did not ever exist outside the uterus. And I'm like, when I first heard, I was like, that's like some doppelganger shit. And then even going into me talking about the other day about transgenders being able to be implanted and having kids, and I'm just like, that's a little too much. like when it comes to transsexuality and gender dysphoria, I think like I'm on a scale between of I would say 8 or 9. And I'm even thinking like if you're at a 10, you're not even telling people that you're even a transgender. I mean, let's be honest here. In my personal opinion, if you're at a level 10 transsexual, you are not even telling people that you're trans, but you're stealth. You're locked up somewhere in somebody's basement, girl. You're walking down the street and girl, you're playing that role like you're fish. You're not on YouTube saying that you're a trans woman that's about to have an SRS and you want to have a baby. Baby girl, you're at like a number 5. You're like maybe a number 4, number 5. Meaning at that point, baby girl, too, there's some type of demented tea going on there. Okay. And so that's why we say go to a therapist too. And that's the thing too, girl. If somebody's sitting here in front of a therapist and we have multiple sessions together, because I think you got to go to a therapist for 2 years before you get your SRS. We have multiple sessions together, and you just keep telling me over and over again that you really want to have a baby because you want to see what it feels like to have a baby. I think if they approve that person's SRS, bitch, they need to be sued. Because at that point, Mama done lost her marbles. Because now, like I said, I'm thinking of these other people that would like Barbie Kardashian that would like act like they're into women just to get body parts and stuff. Like, oh, I'm just freaked out with that. Like, I want a vagina so bad that I'm willing to go kidnap a woman with one and play with it. Like, oh, girl, I'm just creeped out thinking about that. But I just get that with this whole storyline of this. But anyway, so yeah, look up what I just told you too about the pregnant woman having a baby, but it was not her baby. And I really thought the story, and I think there's a story about men too. Like, yeah, a man who did it. So it says that a doppelganger is a biological, unrelated lookalike or double of a living person. In fiction and mythology, a doppelganger is often portrayed as a ghostly or paranormal phenomenon and usually seen as a harbinger of bad luck. Now, y'all, this is some freaky shit, y'all. This is some freaky shit because this even comes up with a situation that I had. I remember that, and this could have been a spiritual thing, but when I knew that Anubis was a spiritual dog, like he, and a lot of y'all can say, bitch, now the bitch saying her dog has special abilities. We definitely, this bitch is mentally ill or on drugs. No, baby girl, I have a therapist that can vouch, girl. I'm definitely not mentally ill. But anyway, I used to have dreams about Anubis, but he was like this fat, unhealthy dog. And I remember like he's a mini pincher. And I remember reading, after this that mini pinchers are prone to being overweight. Like they could become obese and shit and get heart disease and shit. Like they like to eat, they'll keep eating. But I remember I had this dream and it would happen several times where Anubis would be really, really fat and his face would just be, he'll be looking at me and he'll be like talking to me telepathically. And I remember one time in particular, and this one freaking fuck out where I was like, bitch, I'm gonna do a cleanse on this motherfucker because girl, if there's some demonic entity trying to get my dog, bitch, you ain't welcome. Honey, I was sitting on this couch that I had. I had a leather futon at the time. But in my dream, it was the futon there too. And he was just looking at me and he was basically like telling me off. Like, bitch, I won't even go on to what he was telling me, but he was telling me off. And I was like, this is not my dog talking to me like this. This is not my baby talking to me like this. And I remember when I woke up from having a very last dream, y'all, I was like crying, holding him. And of course, he looking at me like I'm fucking stupid. He had to be like probably 5 years old at that time. But he looked at me like I was fucking stupid. Like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? But honey, y'all, it was creepy as fuck. And it was like I said, maybe him, in a spirit where I don't know. It was just weird as fuck. And that also makes you think about this whole doppelganger shit too. And they're talking about a twin stranger, y'all not related, but y'all look alike. And I'm just like, so is there a copy of my mom running around somewhere? And you guys are keeping that because it makes me think about the placenta and the blood too, like when the mother is giving birth and stuff. Like, I'm not convinced that they dispel that stuff. Like, I'm not convinced. Like, I really be thinking that they be secretly making shit with people's blood and shit. Like, I always think about that. And yeah, anyway. So either way, honey. Anyway, I'm still reading about the doppelganger. Listen, there's so much shit with this, and all I'm just gonna say right here, right now. This is what I'm gonna say right here, right now. It's time to find yourself. It's time to find yourself. The discovery is no surprise. Vinny told Life Science because southern China is home to karst topography, a landscape prone to dramatic sinkholes and otherworldly caves. What the fuck does otherworldly caves mean, baby girl? You're saying these caves connect to other worlds? Because we know the Chinese are very mystical, mythical people. And that's how we love the Chinese, honey. They bring us the golden dragons. They bring us the New Year's. They bring Taoism. They bring us Taoism. We're burning ancestor money. These holes out here burning ancestor money in the name of Taoism. Like we just know that they bring us a lot of tea. But it also talks about carbon dioxide. It says that Vinny said that rainwater, which is slightly acidic, picks up carbon dioxide as it runs through the soil, becoming more acidic, and then it trickles, rushes, and flows through cracks in the bedrock, slowly whitening them into tunnels and voids over time. If a cave is chamber if a cave chamber gets large enough, the ceiling can gradually collapse under a huge sinkhole. Now, what I want to know, has anybody houses fell in these sinkholes? Cause bitch, I feel like y'all are motherfucking lie about something. And it also says right here too, let's talk about it right now too, because see, they always want to talk about foreign places. It says that in fact, 25% of the United States is karst or pseudokarst, which features caves carved by factors other than dissolutions, such as volcanics or wind. So what kind of caves we got over here in America? Well, we know California got a lot of them. They got taverns. I told y'all about that, honey. One of the California caves, they actually found a 37-foot tall woman with a baby skeleton, honey. Y'all can look that up if you don't believe me. Look that shit up, girl. Look that shit up, girl. Right here in California, girl. And I wonder if that was Queen Khalifa. And see, that's something too, because they can take the bones and they can graft the bones and get DNA from it. And girl, you know, goddamn well they're out here cloning horses and sheeps and goats and shit. You don't think that somebody is out here running around being the clone of Cleopatra or Califia? Oh, baby girl, y'all mistaken, girl. Y'all mistaken. Y'all mistaken. Y'all are motherfucking mistaken. But let y'all be amazed and shit by snowman weed. Y'all go ahead and be amazed by that shit, girl. You go ahead and be amazed about a hoe that says she got witchcrafts and abilities and can't manifest to keep good credit or stay out of fucking jail. And that's what I just be wondering too, like, how the fuck it, and I know I always say this, y'all, before I go. I know I always say this before I go. But I just be like really trying to figure out like this just I mean honestly this just the TT wee wee gigi of it all. Like when I say the TT wee wee gigi, I mean we're gagging forever. Gigi is gagging like a gagaginian. Okay, like when they say baby, that's a gigian means. Okay, so bitch, we like we're gagging. Okay, into our next lifetime. And what I always want to say about this is it just don't make no sense to me how somebody could really be sitting here acting like they're the dong diggity dong. And I'm just like, I just, how do you feel? How do you wake up every day knowing that you just this basic ass witch? And you gotta act like you're this powerful ass, all ability having ass person because hold on, I'm trying to get this. Hold on. I'm trying to get this right now. Hold on. Hold on, let me get this right now, honey. Hold on. I'm glad that this email saved everything. I'm glad that this email saved everything, honey. Hold on, maybe I won't even. Oh, oh, this goes back to 2018. Oh, oh, okay. Anyway, I guess we're not even gonna worry about that. Oh, oh, I guess we're not even gonna worry about that at all. Case number ID 384. Okay, yeah, I guess we're not gonna worry about that. Anyway, like I said, it just amazes me, honey. It just amazes me, honey. Come on in here, Larry. Oh, I didn't see that, honey. I gotta go, y'all. 40 minutes of my time. Come on in here. How you doing? Yes, honey. Good morning, Jolly L. Yes, honey. Come on in here. Yes, we are great, honey. There are tones and other words all over. Of course there is. And but it's crazy how they brought up China. I believe in aliens and I believe in you too. I know that's right, honey. Well, I am an alien. I do believe that I'm an alien species. I think that my type they cannot find. That's why there's so much misinformation about the last unicorns, aka real transsexuals. Okay, the third gender. I definitely believe we are foreign specimens, and they can't figure it out. Going into the corpus callosum, I told you years ago that they don't know what caused someone to be transgender. They actually said that people that actually test that they're transsexuals and actually does not see themselves as a man, it's hard for them to understand that their corpus callosum is actually flipped or reversed versus normal people. So I do believe in that, honey. I do, yes, honey. I do believe that aliens do exist, but they do not come from outer space, though. Even going into the term aliens, they use aliens for foreign. Alien is used to say foreign. You know, when you come to America and you're undocumented, they call you an alien, right? Correct me if I am wrong. Correct me if I am wrong. And it's spelled the exact same way. Let me actually pull it up. Yeah. According to Immigration National Act, NIA, an alien is an individual who does not have U.S. citizenship and is not a U.S. national. The INA defines a national of the United States as one who, while not a citizen, owes permanent allegiance to the United States. So, once again, an alien is a person that is foreign, that's not documented, right? So, I think that when they're saying aliens, that they're definitely are speaking of things that cannot be documented, that cannot be traced back. Even going into UFO stuff, it says unidentifiable flying objects. That does not mean it comes from another world. It just means they cannot identify where the object came from. They have no research, they have no records of this craft ship still being out there. Now, of course, do I think that the United States have made things to experiment with and somehow, some way they got hijacked and they don't know where these things went and then it comes back up and they're like, oh shit, well, the public is going to see it, so let's act like this is somewhere. Oh, yeah, I definitely think that. I think even going into people saying that they've been kidnapped, it's so ironic that those who said they've been kidnapped by aliens allegedly are all connected to the United States government. Even one of your favorite YouTubers, which I think is an agent, as I mentioned before, going into a lot of these people. And it even takes me back to my people, the people that, not my people, the people that people are always talking about. It takes me back to Reverend Al Sharpton. It takes back to a lot of people that has been documented as being federal agents to play like they down with the get down and they're not. They just there to spy on you and report your ass back to their leaders. So it's like, honey, it's not shocking when people are claiming that they're being abducted by aliens and coming to find out they're connected. Like, what type of bullshit are you on? What type of agenda do you have? Instead of you saying that you're alien shit, let's figure out why Americans or why humans cannot accept that they're humans. Like we're out here trying to explore other shit that does not even fucking matter to us. We don't even understand ourselves. We still cannot sit here and tolerate white people, black people, gay people, straight people. We still got to figure out, well, why are people gay? And that's not natural. But you out here want to know about a fucking alien? Like that's natural? Like I just need it to make sense to me. And it doesn't make sense. Like before you can even grasp the concept of something being outside of self, you have to know yourself. You cannot go and marry somebody when you don't know or love yourself. And that's like I keep saying, and I will always say, people that be doing love work, and they're like, oh my God, why is my love work and stuff not manifesting? It starts with you. You are the magic. You are the spell. If you're doing this work and it's not manifesting, that means that there's a blockage coming from within you because you are the key to all that. You rule over your life. You are the creator. You are the god or goddess that determine what happens to you. Outside influences have to get permission from you, but you have free will. So, like, if it's not manifesting, honey, that's you. Something ain't right with you. You need to spend a little time with yourself. Okay? Hello? Just saying, honey. Stop by to say hi. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Come on in here, Tina. How you doing? Yes. Do you think that the Bermuda Triangle have connection with UFOs? I really do. I think the Bermuda Triangle, for what I was told, it goes from the Bermuda Triangle. It goes to Mount Shasta, and it goes all the way to somewhere in South Dakota or North Dakota. And there's actually a triangle that there's energy that happens in that area. And if you actually look up missing 411 and you look up exactly what I just mentioned, the national parks within that area, and I think that stretches all the way down from the corner of Florida, Georgia, parts of Alabama, and it goes into a broad triangle. That's where you have all those missing cases where people go missing, and it's very mysterious. I do think that the Bermuda Triangle is connected to some type of underground tea, and they have no explanation for that. They cannot explain to you. I think that's what they spend all this money on. You cannot tell me, and I'm not convinced that you can find out free resources. And I just want y'all to stay with me on this. You can find free resources. Oh, come on in here. And free programs to help people who are needing, let's say, food. You can give them money. You give them money to go to the grocery store and buy food, just free money. But when people want to go explore the bottom of the ocean or want to turn the ocean water, oh, come on in here, the ocean water into drinkable water, oh, we can't do that because that's going to cost us billions of dollars. That's not cost you billions of dollars, but giving people free money every year in food stamps for people that are on Medicare and Medicare. That doesn't cost billions of dollars each day. You're not spending billions of dollars on that. Like, I need it to make sense to me. Like, you're not going to drink the water because you know that your ancestors came from the water and you're not going to fuck yourself up. You know that drinking the ocean's water, they were filtered out, would actually supercharge your body, and people will be able to do a lot more than what they're doing right now. So you want to dumb them down. Oh, baby girl, we're 10 cents ahead of you. So, like I said, I definitely, there's a lot of secrets. Not going into conspiracies that, girl, they're gonna wait to pass it on. They're gonna make seem like they just found the cave right now, and it's like, girl, it's been there. It's been there, girl. China's been on our radar, girl, for at least the past motherfucking 5 years, girl. It's been there, girl. It's been there. When y'all said the heartbeat of the earth has been slowing down, oh, girl, we've been there. Doppelganger, yeah, it's trying to come on in here. So yes, I do think the Bermuda Triangle have a connection with UFOs. I think the ones that we see in the air that are just floating across the air, and that's something too. Oh, it just vanished. But don't y'all have satellites all around space? The stratosphere and stuff. You don't see where it goes after that. Like, yeah, I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced at all, honey. At all. Sounds like the movie You Us with Lupita Nyong'o. I need to look that up, honey. Come on in here. I believe a trans male got pregnant. Tristan Reese. Well, we see trans males could get pregnant because they still have a uterus. And even going into that, I don't think that that's a real, we talked about this before. I don't think, and I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody, like someone who is born male anatomically, who is born male anatomically, but says that they, or at least show signs that they've been female their whole life. Like, there's not one point in their life that they gave male traits. Like, people are like, yeah, that son of yours is a little feminine. He's a little different. And like, even 2 months old, like this boy is portraying very feminine traits. Like, girl. So I'm like, I think like that's a little more understandable, or like, okay, well, yeah, the first 8 weeks of pregnancy, we're all female. That makes a lot of sense. But like I said, going into the difference between a trans man and this is just my own understanding, and a lesbian stud, and I even see more lesbian studs that look more like a man than trans men. A lot of these trans men, and like I said, this is just from my experience, and you go on Grinder, you will see it. You go on Grinder, you go on Jacked and shit, you will see these trans men that just look like bearded women talk about they want to get, their poo poo pound, their poom poom pound. They're not talking about they want to put on a strap on, they want to top some gay boys and turn them out. They're saying, I want to have a penis inside my vajayjay and my booty. And I'm just like, girl. So where's the dysphoria at of you not being comfortable with your female anatomy? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Even going into trans women who be out here dicking people down and topping people and doing all this little fun shit with their penis. In my mind, I'm just like, bitch, well, where's your gender dysphoria at? If you're okay with being called Timothy still and you over here dicking people down and shit, how are you a trans woman? Where's the dysphoria at? And you're just so comfortable with it. My penis is big. Yeah, I know they want to suck on it. Like, you you getting turned on by this shit? Like, what's going on here, sis? Like, what's going on here? That's some weird shit, honey. So going into the trans man Tristan Reese, once again, I think there's a severity level, right? They said that every gay person has a level of gender dysphoria, right? They mentioned this before. You look up Harry Benjamin Standard of Care, says that every LGBT person have a level of gender dysphoria. So, like I said, in my mind, if you're saying that you're female, right, but you're a born male, then you're going to be living your life, even if you don't get your genitalia reconstructed, you're going to be living your life the way that you're seeing yourself as. You're not going to still be doing male things, living like a male, talk like a male, walk like a male, have your male name, have your male identification, if that's really what the story is. Going into the trans man, honey, you out here getting pregnant, but you out here telling the world, like, respect me, I'm a man. Oh yeah, girl. Yeah, that's there's some tea with that. There's some real tea. 'Cause like I said, I even know lesbian studs that don't want to get pregnant. And these are women that identify as women that like being a woman, but just so happen they're into other women, and they like present themselves as a male. Girl, they are not interested in at all getting pregnant. Oh, honey, we're gonna get a surrogate because you ain't getting me pregnant. So I'm like, girl, you want to fight with a person and say that they should view you as a man, but you're already walking around pregnant? I knew a transgender back in the day, honey, a transgender porn star, and mama was already giving me like gay boy that was traumatized. But mama got a woman pregnant, and this motherfucker was so excited about being a parent. And I don't think the motherfucker ever said mommy. I think the motherfucker said I'm gonna be a dad. And I'm just thinking to myself like, mama got all this surgery to look like a woman, but still want to move and act like a man. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on? And that's no tea. Like I said, that's not my understanding. That's not my business. But I'm just like, I just needed to make sense for me. That's like me being trans, a trans woman, born anatomically a male, and I'm just freely out here giving up my penis to women and having get women pregnant. But I'm like, no, y'all, I'm a woman though. And it's like, so you're picking your privilege. Like you're picking and choosing, and I also equate that to, like, say, black people using the N word, but when white people use it, it's a problem. Like, you can't pick your privilege, baby. If you got a problem with the N word being used by white folks, you should have a problem with it being used by black folks too. Like, there's no, mama, there's no, well, I'm black, I know my people. Use another word then. Didn't y'all say y'all kings and queens? Use goddess. Don't say Nick, say God. Hey, what's up, my God? Like, girl, let's change the vernacular. But bitch, you out there picking and choosing who used the N word, and then you wonder why things are happening in such a fool. Same thing with the trans thing. Oh yeah, mama, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, but you out here doing things that a male would do and saying shit like, "Oh, that's my man's mind." Like, wait, what? So you're picking your privilege. You want people to see you as this woman that you're alleging that you are, but you're still doing the male things, and that's not fair. That's not fair at all. That's not fair at all. And I'm down for that. That's not fucking fair. You want to be the woman, and you want to still be the man. And when a woman call you out on that bitch, or a man call you out on that bitch, you want to fight them and woo, going into the spa thing where the transgender was in a spa down there in Atlanta. Daddy had, excuse me, mommy had her penis and balls dangling all around the fucking spa, and the lady was all like, "Honey, I don't feel comfortable." And they're like, "Well, there's nothing we can do because they're a trans woman." She's like, "But," and I agree with that. Like, I don't feel comfortable walking around with my genitalia flopping and flinging and dingling I mean, girl, like, come on now. And then you're in a spa field with nothing but women, and we know that women are into penis. So it's like, what kind of sexual shit were you trying to get down with, sis? Like, what type of kinky shit were you? Uh, uh, and allegedly, all the trans women now are into women. Allegedly, the ones that I'm trisexual. I'm into everything. I'm into men and women. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, girl. And like I said, same through these new age trans men, honey. Oh, I'm into penis, but it has to come from a trans woman or a gay boy. I can't. I don't want penis from a straight man. What? Okay. Yeah, honey. Yeah. Uh-uh. Come on here, Debbie. Ivy. Greetings. Make so many truthful teas in this live stream. I'm so grateful for rediscovering your channel. Hey, Debbie. How you doing? I'm glad you refound it too. Yes, honey. Listen, I'm telling y'all right now. Oh, there's a song. Oh, shit. I forgot about it, y'all. Nirvana, with the sexy um Kurt Cobain. You know the sexy one. You know him, girl. Yes, honey. Ew. Kurt Cobain had a song, and I told y'all this year during the summertime we have three powerful holidays. We have June the 6th, June the 21st, and 4th of July. Now, there's a lyrics to the Nirvana song that came out in 1993. When you actually do the research, that's actually the year of 666. Oh, we're not going to get into that, mama, but let's go. Or the year of the 999, same damn thing. It says the lyrics are, where do bad folks go when they die? They don't go to heaven where the angels fly. They go to the lake of fire and fry. See them again till the 4th of July. Hello? I know a lady who came from the Duluth, bit by a dog with a rabbit tooth. She went to her grave just a little too soon, flew away howling on the yellow moon. Now, we talked about this before too. When people die, the days they die on and the lunar cycle, that all plays a lot about their soul too, the evolution of their soul. Hello? Full moon are usually witches. And when we say full moons, it's either 3 days before the full moon, the day of the full moon, or 3 days after. Okay, hello? Going into the new moon, that also goes to some shit too, girl. We can break that down another day. He said, where do bad folks go when they die? They don't go to heaven where the angels fly. They go down to the lake of fire and fry. See them again till the 4th of July. Now, if they already died and they're in the lake of fire frying, why would you see them again until the 4th of July? What's going to happen after the 4th of July? Hello? Hello? Can somebody please talk with me? Ow! Because I know I'm not talking to myself. Hello? It says, people cry and people moan. Look for a dry place to call their home. Try to find some place to rest their bones while the angels and the devils try to make them their own. Oh, angels versus demons, girl. They're not talking about what you think they're talking about, girl. They're talking about that you're not wrestling with flesh and blood, but you're, but you're. The more I'm talking, Bella just coming more and more to my damn like this. Can you sit back? Yeah, I'm Bella, girls. This little dog, honey, this bitch. Yeah, hold on. Bella, can you leave? Oh my god. Listen, y'all. If y'all are looking for a dog, a breed of dogs that are um a breed of dogs that are cuddlers, they like to be on you, they like to kiss you, they like to just be underneath you, girl. You go take a poop, they want to go. You pass gas, they want to go. Girl, like if you want a puppy that or a type of dog that want to be always by you and just want to lick on you and always trying to put you in a good mood, you need a border collie. Border collies are very cuddly, you know, good, like very loving dogs, y'all. And Bella, honey, it's like, girl, like I love this dog to death. To where sometimes I want to cuss her ass out because okay, stop licking my hands. Okay. Anyway, going back to the song, it says, while the angels and the devils try to make them their own. It says, why people, listen, let's go back into this verse with Nirvana and Kurt Cobain. We love some Kurt Cobain, honey. And she had a baby by, what's her name? Christina Courtney Love. Ooh, that bitch. And I know if he liked her, I know he would have definitely loved me, girl. Ooh, girl, if I was only older at that time and I was able to meet some Kurt Cobain, honey. If there was, oh girl, if I can turn back the heads of time and travel on back there, girl. Maybe Auntie Cher can show me how to go back in time like that. But anyway, Listen to this verse where he says, people cry and people moan, look for a dry place to call their home, try to find some place to rest their bones, while the angels and the devils try to make them their own. Girl, he's speaking in tongue here, girl. He said, rest their bones, home, moan, cry. Angels and demons try to make it their own. Listen, girl, you do not fight with flesh and blood. You fight with powers and principalities, and girl, you know these are angelic beings and demonic beings, girl. Hello. Wait until that 666 event, y'all. Oh, you know I cannot wait to jump right on in that. Anyway, y'all, let me go. Um, it's not that they call you, it's what you answer. I know that's right, honey. I looked up the China sinkhole now, and you know they're gonna try to clone the heck out of what that. Hello? I've been saying that a long time. Let me tell you something, Tina. I really think that when they claim that they're, because I think they found a lot of fossils of a lot of places. Think about it right now. I think they said in Texas there's a place called Rockwall, Texas, where they have this wall that's allegedly like probably 1,000 feet into the ground, and a city is built on top of this wall. You gotta look it up. They did a documentary on it. And I'm just like, I feel like they know a lot of stuff. They dig like honey. Like there's people that are called dowsers that can basically dig a well of water for you. Right now, where I'm at, I told y'all I'm in a very agricultural part of California, and they will actually come and dig a well for you. Hello, they said they will come and girl. I heard it on the radio 2 days ago. We're professional dowsers, and you know that there's no equipment, y'all, to know if running water is under the land. That's actually a spiritual gift. There's a special technique these people know how to do to know if there's water underneath the ground. It's so weird how that works. But anyway, so going into that, I really do feel like they discovered a lot of stuff when it came to building houses and building homes and stuff. And I even think that they know about portals and all this good stuff, right? This is just what I believe. So I'm like, imagine what they dug up, and why even going into like, remember twins? Remember twins were so exotic. Like we'll even go back, like we'll say 20 years ago, right? 20 years ago, twins were so unheard of. Now it's like everybody's having twins. Like I really do feel like they're experimenting with us. I really do feel like they're trying stuff out. Like they're getting stuff. They're playing with stuff. They're putting it in things. And I'm just gonna keep that there. They put it in things, and then people are gonna get these things. I also think it comes in frequencies, and it's like those who are there will get it. Those who are not there will not get it. And I just thought I'm keep that up. I'm gonna keep that right there. Misty, do you remember Yakety Yak doesn't don't toss that? That lady that popped up out of trash can. I seen her at my school a few times. Yes, I do remember her, Debbie Ivory. And you know what's so crazy? I always tell people that Yakety Yak, don't toss that. Yes, honey, with the glasses. Oh my God, honey. What they called her? I can't remember what they called her. Yes, honey. Yes, I remember that lady. I always remember that lady, honey. Recycle, reuse, reduce, and close the loop. She was about recycling. Remember that? And don't waste that water. Save every drip, save every drop, and she'll give you a sticker. I remember that. I really remember that. I love that. I love that, honey. I love that, honey. Then we had that one motherfucker that act like he was going into the TV and shit. That was some demonic shit right there, too, y'all. There was a guy that came. We did they called it assembly, and this guy, he had a TV and there was a black curtain, and he had on this outfit, and he'll be sitting there and he'll be talking, and he'll be like, hey, and then these characters will pop up on the TV screen, and he'll be like, hey, can you help me tell these students on what they can do to save the rainforests or whatever, forest fires in California, whatever. And the little things will be like, yes, I can. And then he's sitting there talking, and then the little whatever the hell is telling him, hey, Ron, I need you over here. And he's like, but I can't. I'm with the kids right now. And he's like, that's okay. You can come over here. Then the motherfucker will go right by the TV, y'all. Of course, he disappeared behind the damn curtains. But then she'll go behind those curtains and end up in the motherfucking TV screen. And I was like, what kind of demonic shit do they got going on up in here? Hey, girl, that was creepy. That was creepy, Debbie Ivory. That was some creepy ass shit. That was some creepy ass shit, honey. Creepy. He was about the forest fires with the teddy bear and the squirrel and all those other animals. And then Yakety, that lady, was the older lady with the wig on. She was like the trash lady. She'll jump out that trash can. Recycle that. Things you throw in the trash are blank, blank, blank. You do not throw away plastic. Oh my God, I remember that shit, honey. I remember that, honey. Listen, y'all, I do gotta go. I did tell my friend I will not be gone that long, and I do gotta go. I'm excited, y'all, to announce about the 666 event. Give me until Friday. I actually was gifted something beautiful, and I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna actually raffle this off for those who sign up for the 6060, honey. Why not? Because I got two of them. I mean, what? I'm gonna order the other one anyway. Y'all, thank y'all for stopping by once again. Do y'all research on these sinkholes and stuff, y'all? There's a lot of stuff going on here right now. There's a lot of people extending, okay, extending, raising up, elevating, and don't let these person, place, or things distract you. They're trying to get into your head to make you feel like you're whatever. Ignore it, honey. Stay true to yourself, honey. Protect your energy. Alrighty? 2A Spirit at Mystic at gmail.com, 2spiritmystic.blogspot.com. Thank y'all for stopping by here. Jolly L, Tina, Larry, and of course, Debbie Ivory. Bye for now, everybody. Namaste.